Hi friends, happy New Year's. As I'm recording this, it's actually New Year's Eve day, but I know as you're watching this, you're already in 2025, so I hope you had an amazing New Year's Eve and a good start into the new year. I personally love this holiday now. I think the energy and the vibes are so high and exciting. It's that like fresh start, clean state, refresh energy that we're all experiencing, and I just think it's an awesome opportunity for us to slow down and reflect and check in with ourselves just to see kind of like how did the last 12 months go, what happened, what did we learn, what did we accomplish or not, and it just gives us just like that benchmark moment to see all the growth that's happened and to create new goals and intentions into the new year. So I just want to bring you guys through the next couple days and show you how I close out 2024 and how I step into 2025 with Evan, because I actually never used to like New Year's. I had a lot of like shame and guilt and anger around it because I would just set some unrealistic goals or expectations and pressures, and then I wouldn't achieve them, and it was like this constant negative cycle. But over the last few years, I've learned how to do it properly, and I'm gonna share with you guys some of the habits, routines, rituals I do, and also share some of the goals and habits that I do now or plan to incorporate into the new year, and just share little things that I'm excited for 2025. So I hope the things I share inspire you and help you in your new routines and rituals wherever you're at. Don't let the New Year's time frame like stump you. If you're a few weeks into the 2025 already or months down the road, no, you get to make the decision of I'm drawing a line in the sand and this is my fresh start. This is my beginning, and letting it be your own New Year's Eve, New Year's Day time frame. The calendar is just there for guidance. So right now, I'm going to first reflect on my year. I think before we set goals and intentions, we have to kind of take a moment to see everything we've done, accomplished, maybe didn't accomplish, and why. And the best thing I like to do that is I grab my journal and I just like write it all down. And a good tip is to go through your phone to see pictures of memories and experiences that you've done throughout the year. I like to write lessons on my notes. That way I can write all my lessons down, because if we don't learn our lessons, we will typically repeat them until we do. And it's just a moment for me to kind of just check in with myself, see kind of everything this year has brought to me, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And then is when I go into goal setting and intentions and whatnot. So I'm gonna do that now. I typically do this with Evan, but he kind of got a head start on the plane ride home from the holidays. So he will meet up with me when we're ready to do kind of like our goals session as a couple. And I'll share all the details for that. But yeah, I'm gonna grab my journal. I have an electrolyte drink because I'm just needing some hydration. And I'm gonna put on some good music, good vibes, and get into journaling. So as I'm doing that, I'll put some of the questions that I ask myself and answer on the screen, just so you can pause, screenshot, and do it yourself. And then we'll get into some of the next things that I do in this end of the year closing. That felt so good to reflect. It's so funny how our minds play tricks and games on us. Like this feeling or thought of like, I didn't do enough, become enough, grow enough, accomplish enough. And like when you take a moment to sit down and reflect, you've done so much. And we need to give ourselves grace and compassion and encouragement, because we do a lot and we're also human beings, not human doings. And so I think it's a really good reminder. And I just like love this exercise because I've accomplished a lot this year. I've learned a lot. There's been a lot of shifts in my identity, in my personal, my professional life. If you're a podcast listener, I think I'm gonna hop back on the mic and actually record a full episode on 2024, the changes, the shifts, maybe share a lot more in depth of my reflections and accomplishments. But yeah, I took a really big step back in my business this year. And the first like quarter to the 5 months of this year were rough. But as I got closer to God, he revealed so much and he changed my heart. And a big thing in 2024 was like to slow down. And it's felt really, really good. Closing up the books there. I'm gonna take a break. Hopefully some of those prompts and questions help you when you do it too. And a big tip that I recommend whenever you're doing like a fresh start, beginning, new year, clean your environment. Like go through your drawers, your closet, your house, and like get rid of this shit, purge, donate, like actually clean your space. You're going to feel 10 times better. We did that before we went home for the holidays. We kind of came home and already felt that fresh new start energy. So that feels so good. So tomorrow we're gonna wake up and just feel even more refreshed. I'm so glad I just got this done. So now we get to wake up in the morning and drink fresh celery juice to get the new year on a roll. So this is a habit I actually started about like a year or two ago, and when my sister was living here, we did a lot of juicing. When she moved out, she took the juicer with her. So now that we have one, we got it gifted as our wedding gift. I want to get into juicing a lot more. I love celery juice. I like doing fruit with ginger and just really support our bodies with great nutrients and just different type of fruits and veggies that I probably wouldn't actually eat. So glad my sister got me into juicing. So there is that. Evan is going to pick us up a dinner, and then we have to get ready for a little New Year's Eve party at our friend's house. I'm actually glad I saved the goals for tomorrow. I think spacing it out just gives you like a nice breather, and I'm like excited to go into goals and intentions tomorrow for Evan and myself, vision board, all that jazz. But for now, I'm gonna go shower, eat some din, and get dressed for New Year's Eve. We are New Year's ready. We can't wait.
Coming off the best year of our lives.
Yes, outfits are a little bit simple, but still elegant. Just like a nice brown bodycon dress.
She looks good.
And baby is in Harry Ellis.
Yeah.
All right, we're ready. We're running late. Let's go ring in 2025 with our best friends.
Let's do it, baby.
Finding Jesus.
So sweet. It says moving in with lady.
Aww.
I know we were gonna read.
Happy New Year's. It is 1:15 a.m. right now. We came home early. Everybody was just like tired. I don't know, I think we're all just like at an age where we don't really care to get drunk and party like we used to, and I love it. I'm not complaining at all. Just enjoying just like a more of a sober lifestyle. Also have like a cocktail or so, but I'm not like getting, you know, turned. One thing our friends did for New Year's Eve that I love, and I thought it was super intentional, was there was these 5 bowls with different questions, like what was your favorite accomplishment? What's a piece of advice? What is something you're letting go of? What are you most excited for 2025? And I forget what the last one was. And we all answered the questions. Then after the ball drop, read them out loud and just like celebrated. So many people had such similar themes. It was fun. I don't know what this is. My best friend Lauren gave it to me as a gift as a bridesmaid, and I just feel like it takes off my mascara so well. Another thing I want to continue is just better skincare. I've been using tallow, I think now for a year, and I'm gonna make this like concoction tomorrow because I usually add castor oil, and I'll show you tomorrow, but just like more natural hair and skincare ingredients. I love tallow. It just melts on your face and it feels so good. The next big intention that I have around my skincare for the new year is using Frownies. I've been using these for a few weeks now, and I've definitely noticed a difference. It's like these patches that you put on your forehead to kind of cast your skin to help reduce fine lines and wrinkles, and essentially it's just training your muscles to stay in place. I'm a very expressionate person. I use my face a lot. I'm noticing lines, and it's okay. I'm learning to love them, but we want to do something about it. I won't lie. I've gotten Botox I think 3 times in my life, and I loved it, the way it made my skin look. But living a non-toxic life, I do not want to continue to inject that into my skin, and also the price, it's not worth it to me. I'll make sure I show like a before and after picture whenever that happens. I feel like I haven't like used them enough. So you just kind of like wet them And this is at least how I do it, the shape based on my forehead. And it just kind of forms this cast. Feels great. And so I sleep with this, and sometimes when I'm working from home lately, I'll just leave them on longer during my morning routine. So you'll definitely probably see these more in my vlogs. Putting a little extra on today just because I feel like you could use it. See, you can't really move your forehead. That's what it looks like. Highly recommend it. It's brownies. I will link it below. Okay, I'm gonna brush my teeth, put my pajamas on, and cuddle Evan on the couch. Maybe watch a show of Friends. So I will see you in the morning, and we'll continue sharing my habits, my morning routine. I'm gonna be switching it up in the new year. I'm actually really excited about it. I think it's also gonna improve my time with Evan as well, and 2025 goal setting. I'll see you when I wake up. We started the first day of 2025 strong, doing habits we implemented in 2024 that we fell in love with, prioritizing our health, some celery juice before coffee, spending time with God in His Word and in prayer, and just starting our morning slow. One thing I want to be consistent with is lymphatic drainage in the mornings and writing everything that's in my mind out on paper to start my day. That way I can stay focused and organized and get all the tasks done efficiently, and then get outside for some body movement, but also really prioritizing morning sunlight just to continue to improve my health. Good morning, guys. I have these brownies on. You guys are gonna laugh at me on all my vlogs because you're gonna see these a lot more now. But anyways, Evan and I woke up, we had a nice slow morning routine and just really got grounded for the first day of the new year. And we're about to go to our friend's house for a nice little brunch. Before I do so, one thing I love to do in the new year for sure is to wash my makeup and hairbrushes. It's super easy, and it's important to do this like depends how much you use it. I don't really use makeup, so I do it every couple months. Hairbrush, I do it like once a month, if not or so. So let's clean it, because if you ever have like those white little fuzzies in your brush, that's gross. That's gross. Like, think about it this way. If your brush is accumulating like dirt or grease, and then you brush your new cleaned hair after the shower, you're just cleaning your new hair with a dirty brush. Yeah, kind of gross. So all I really do is I have these bowls, one for the hairbrush, makeup brushes. I put hot water in each. I put a little bit of dish soap in both, and then in the makeup brush I put a little bit of vinegar, and then I let them soak, and then I clean them out. Look how gross that water is turning into. Ew, 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 ew. All right, I'm gonna let these soak and then get ready. All right, rinse them out nice and clean. Now we're just gonna let them dry, and I will do the hairbrush when we get back. We are on our way to our friend's house for a nice little New Year's Day brunch. I'm excited, and I'm also starving. My head's kind of bothering me a little bit, but got myself a nice little latte on the go. And we're gonna just go hang out at their house, probably just for like 1 or 2 hours, hang out by their pool, by the sun. It's a gorgeous day, but we have a lot to do. When we get back home, we're gonna do some 2024 final reflections as a couple, and then our goal setting. I'm excited to go through that and share that, and just kind of regroup and
Start this year off strong, carry our momentum from 2024 into 2025, and Happy New Year, baby. It's gonna be a great year.
It's gonna be a great year. This is orange. Ooh. I think I like the orange more. Yeah. I thought I was gonna say lemon lime. Yeah. We are back. We had such a great brunch. Our friends are such great cooks. We just chilled. We tried our friend Illy's. She has a company called Healthily, like Minerals and Chill, which I want to order the new one. Her 2 flavors. We all voted on like which flavor we liked best. So that was that little snippet of me like taking a shot. Healthy drink. But Evan and I just took a quick little nap, and now we're gonna go over our reflection and goals. So something that Evan and I do is we do reflections and goals as a couple. I think it's important that you have your own goals and intentions individually and also as a partnership, especially as we are married now. I think it's just gives us direction. It allows us to have a great relationship, a great connection. We're on the same page of things. And so we last year wrote our own goals. We're gonna review that, see how we did, and then create new ones for the new year. I know I heard once someone saying a big reason why many people either find unhappiness, boredom, divorce is because as you're starting a relationship, there's so many goals and milestones and achievements that you're both working towards, right? Like you're dating, and then it's like you get engaged, and then you get married, and then you move in, and then you have kids. But then it's like after kids, then what? The next like goal for couples is retirement. And so learning from other couples who have been in long-term marriages, a big thing they said is like, of course, don't stop dating your spouse, but also have goals. Like couple goals for each other. It could literally be like travel to 3 new places, or learn a new language, or I don't know, volunteer together. That was one of our goals this year, and we did that. And so just a tip for that. Yeah, so we're gonna do this. I'll share some of the prompts that we do as we do it ourselves.
Let's see how we did, baby. I'm excited to reflect and chart out the path for 2025. See what is in store for us, what God has in store, and let's get on purpose and crush our goals. Excited for what this year is gonna bring. My hair is messed up, but
Like 2 hours later, we just did such beautiful reflection and goal setting. We're going to finalize it in like a day or this weekend because today's Wednesday. So we have a lot going on, but what we like to do is we like to kind of break it down into just different areas of our life. And then we kind of pick the top 3 to 5 that are kind of one in each area ish. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then we write it down on a note card like this, and then we put it in our bathroom mirror so we can read it every morning. We know what we're both working towards, the word or phrase that we have for the year. And I think it just keeps our focus on the vision that we have together and individually. So that we're probably gonna do in the next couple days or so. Once we kind of finalize it, I think we can
share some couples goals.
Yeah. So
big vision for 2025.
Yeah, so a few goals. And okay, so the big vision is to grow our family in multiple type of capacities. We have some financial goals that like our donation and tithing goals, investment goals, joining together as we are married. So one of mine is like legally changing my name. That's a big goal of ours. And really being the healthiest versions of ourselves. So living more of a toxic-free life, like no microwave, doing EMF protections. We're gonna get some blood work and just make sure we're at our optimal level self. And we're as healthy as we can be.
Yeah, those are some of the main ones, and we're super excited to see what this year brings, see where it takes us, see where our faith leads us, and kind of where things go.
Goals aren't a destination. They're just a direction in life of what you want to accomplish and become. And at the end of the day, I believe God has the final say, and he will guide you and direct you. I'll share more of my personal, like, just intentions and habits and how I'm gonna do that and what they are as I narrow this down in the next few days. But for now, we need to move our bodies. We're tired, sitting on the couch for a few hours, using our brains. So we're gonna go on a nice little sunset evening stroll and then come home, probably cook some dinner. I think my sister's coming over to hang out for a little bit. She might sleep over, and we'll kind of like regroup and revisit this. It is quite a few hours later. It is a Thursday, work day for January 2nd. So I had a few things to catch up on, had a call. So after I had my nice slow morning routine, I just dove right into work, wrapped things up, put some sourdough in the oven, and I wanna now kind of go back into 2025 work I have planned. I wanna like review my habits and routines and my morning routine. Something I get to play around with for the next few weeks, but I'm gonna do that after a shower. And vision board. So I'm excited to hop in the shower, put a robe on, get cute and comfy and do that. But before I do, I forgot, I did not make this yesterday. I wanted to update some skincare concoctions that I do. The first one is just like a face scrub that I do like once or twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. I love it. It's all like homemade ingredients. You don't have to buy stuff at the store. And the next one is something new that I'm using. We'll figure it out. So first things first, let's do the face scrub. Let me show you the ingredients that we got here. So I use old coffee grounds. This is coconut oil, brown sugar. I really like adding the brown sugar because I feel like sometimes the coffee grounds like scrub part isn't as strong. And then I'm actually gonna add honey this time and see how that goes, just to kind of like really make it nice and thick. I don't really know portion sizes. I'm gonna put it in this container here to kind of just like eye it and see the texture. So we're gonna do that. Next one we're gonna do is like this like non-Botox Botox. For the last year or a little bit more, I've been using tallow as my like face cream and lotion, and I absolutely love it. And I will also be using just straight up castor oil just for like hydration, and it's supposed to be good for fine lines, and I've really noticed a difference. But I saw this reel the other day, I'll link it below, that she recommended whatever bottle you use, you add in half the bottle of castor oil, half the bottle of jojoba oil, because it like makes the castor oil not as thick. If you ever use castor oil, it is thick, but I like it. It gives you like that glazed donut look. And then frankincense, something with the frankincense with your cells, I forget. So I'm gonna link it below because I'm not gonna pretend like I know. But I'm gonna try it out. So instead of doing a bottle, I'm just gonna put it in here, and we will apply this after I shower, after I do this face scrub. I love this face scrub because the coconut oil leaves your face super soft and hydrated. Scrub was everything I needed. I hadn't done that in a while. Let's give this castor oil concoction a try. So one thing with castor oil that I have learned is that it can be a little too heavy for pores depending on like your skin type. I want to try with this jojoba oil. Oh, it smells so good with the frankincense. Jojoba oil definitely made it not as thick, so maybe it's not too bad. I noticed it. It didn't really affect my skin except for like this area. I was testing it out to see if the castor oil was just clogging my pores. Oh, wow, it feels so good. So I'll report back in a few months of how I like this concoction for my fine lines, for my overall skin health, on top of like the Frownies use that I'm doing just for like tighter skin. You know, I'm 30, we have to prioritize skin. I did not prioritize skincare in my 20s, so that's an intention for my 30s. I'm about to do one of my favorite things when it comes to New Year's rituals and routines, just creating a vision board. So I do have one that's like printed out. It's on a poster board in my office. I even have like a vision album of like what I want my entire life to feel like with both. But I always make one for each new year to put as a screensaver on my phone and even my computer. And the power with vision boards is that your unconscious mind does not know the difference between reality and what you show it. And so we want to show pictures that depict your goals of what you want to accomplish, experience, achieve, and who you want to become. And that way it makes it feel more real. And so with these pictures, you want it to provoke a feeling of like excitement or love or whatever it is that is on your goals list. So let's dive in. First thing I do is go onto Pinterest and start searching photos based on my goals and the type of energy and vibe I'm trying to feel for the new year. I save it to a Pinterest board, and then once I narrow it down, I start screenshotting all the photos and upload it onto Canva. From there, I start on a blank canvas and let the creative outlet juices begin. I just kind of play around, add it all together, see what feels and looks great, and bada bing, there you have it. Finish. I just downloaded it. Gonna airdrop it to my phone and see how it looks as a screensaver. All right, here's the final product. I am so obsessed. It makes me feel so excited and giddy. I changed this picture up here, that way you could see the date and time better, but oh, wow, it's gonna be a good year. I made a phone vision board template a couple years ago that I gave to my client, so I'll put that link in the description below in case you wanna make your own and you just want an easier template that you can just insert pictures in. That took a lot of energy out of me and a little longer than I thought, but such a fun time. So I'm gonna cook dinner right now, then hang out with Evan for the rest of the night, and I will see you guys tomorrow when I touch base with my goals. I'll finalize them, look at my habits and routines that I said I wanted to share with you guys. And that's a really big tip that I have learned over the years is don't overwhelm yourself or pressure yourself to do all of this in one day. Like, I made that mistake, and give yourself a few days. Like, it's fine that it's January 2nd and I haven't fully finalized my goals or my routines or done everything. Like, release the pressure. And if you know you want a few days and you want it to be like done by January 1st, just do it a few days into December. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. What's up, guys? It is quite a few days later. It's currently Wednesday, January 8th. I think I last recorded maybe Friday. I don't know. The whole New Year's week was very confusing. Had a lot of fun this weekend with friends. My best friend was in town, so I kind of forgot to pick up the camera, share with you my goals and habits and routines for 2025, and kind of wrap up this vlog now. So let me share and do that now. Evan and I finalized our goals, went over our finances and just like the overall vision, wrote out our goals. Like I said, we do it on these note cards. We hang it up in our bathroom. We have both of our personal ones here, and these are like our couples goals and intentions that we like to have. And so for 2025, if you listen to the podcast, you'll really have a better understanding of what kind of went on this year within my business, why I took a step back, but like what my business also looks like, because it's still up and running and I do coaching in a capacity. It's just in a different way. So I do have just different goals in my business. So let me just share what some of my goals are. So big thing is to live a toxic free life. So this is something I've been working on for a few years now, but I kind of want to focus this year more on like EMF clothes, so switching to more linen and cotton clothes versus like polyester and spandex. I've just been learning a lot more on like microplastics, not using the microwave, just a few other things. Growing and enhancing my recipes, so I'm going to commit to cooking every sourdough recipe in this sourdough cookbook that I have, and I'm going to order this cookbook that my friends recommended. I'll put the image somewhere here. Learn how to make homemade pasta. So like those are the three of the main goals of really just enhancing my skills and cooking in the kitchen. So make sure you subscribe to get inside look behind the scenes to all those recipes, especially the sourdough ones, because they're so freaking good. I want to continue to deepen my relationship with Jesus, so I'm going to really study the New Testament. Professional business type of goals, I'm going to stay consistent and post one YouTube video a week. That is my main goal. I'm not going to focus on numbers. I'm just going to focus on here, sharing my life with you, building this community, because I love it. It's something I'm really enjoying now. Another business goal is to get back on the podcast, legally change my name, make our house a home, and just less phone and more hobbies and just more intentional morning and night routines. My night routine needs help because I don't have a night routine, so I'm not going to lie about that. But one thing I really want to make sure I do during my night routine is to use my red light blue blocker glasses, because I have them and I don't use them. Another way of just living a more, like, this isn't toxic, but just enhancing my health. Want to improve my stretching and mobility, so Evan and I are going to try our best to commit to doing that at night, because he has some health goals he has. And a few of the habits and routines that I want to share for morning routine. I think I'm going to do a whole different morning routine video of this once I like get in the groove of things. Most of the things I do, like reading the Bible, taking time to slow down, body movements, but I really want to add a few things like the lymphatic drainage. I want to incorporate, I have a PMF mat here, which is just so many benefits to this, and again, I'll share this on a different vlog while using my red light. I want to get some morning sunlight and like get out in the sun first thing in the morning, rebounding on my trampoline. So those are just a few habits I really do want to make sure I'm actually being consistent with this year and incorporating. But I will save that for a video soon to come on just like what my morning and night routine looks like once I have a few days and weeks to really play around and see what feels good for me. I hope that this video helped give you some ideas, help inspire you with reflection questions or goal setting. Again, it doesn't even matter when you're watching this, even if it's in the middle of the summer, you get to make that decision to reflect and set intentions whenever you want. I know some people that do this in the springtime because they live in like wintry states and you're not feeling energy and motivation and excitement in the new year. That's cool too. Work with nature when everything's blossoming. Do it in the spring. Or maybe your birthday's in the summer and that's like your new year thing and you have that as your checkpoint. There's literally no right or wrong. So clean your space, reflect, set those goals, and do your best to show up every single day. Make changes one little one at a time. There's no need to rush, especially with the routines and habits. And listen to yourself. Maybe something that you wanted to do, your heart changed, and that's okay too. I think that's what this year really taught me, is to detach, because some of the goals I may set aren't gonna happen or on my timeline, or my heart's gonna change towards them, and that's all okay. So if you wanna listen to the podcast where I share a little bit more in depth on what happened in 2024, how I felt, why I took a step back and some more in-depth 2025 goals and intentions. I'll link it around here. But thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you so much for watching. I hope you gained value from it. Make sure to subscribe, join the YouTube family, and I will see you in next week's vlog. Bye.